This is gonna be first review of first week of 2025. I will review all the trades I took, where I broke my rules, and all the learnings we will have before we start trading next week. Okay, so the model was pretty clear, and first we will start looking for trades. Okay, there was no proper close, but still I took the entry. Okay, so it was, this trade have quite abnormal week, so it wasn't right trade, and it was before, I think, 8:30 news. Sorry, it was before open. It doesn't matter. I should not take trades without proper closure about it. So there was ESL, and time also was around 9:30. So first lesson is only take if it is proper trade at 9:30 opening price. Otherwise, don't enter. Then I traded again randomly, entered here because of revenge trade in order to take gain or revenge loss. I entered here out of rejection block and lost it. And we didn't close energetically above for new 9:30 camera one because of emotion gain. This was for this trade, and here I entered at rejection block because I thought this will revert, but it kept going low and I lost again. So no revenge trade. Still I took that one trade and lost. This was another trade where I entered on, I think, here or here. But also I lost this trade because there was liquidity lying below of European highs, European low, European session lows. Still I took that trade and lost miserably. So it was another trade within a span of 1 hour. Yeah, I took almost three trades. I lost all of them within 1 hour. So one lesson for me here is, if I lose a trade, don't take a trade, you know, within pre-decided period of time, because I will go on revenge trading and it will cost me. So here on technical aspects, if I have to see or review this trade, it closed way too beyond this inversion fair value gap. Okay, and this kind of low, it formed kind of liquidity. Look at this bar. This bar also rebalanced and all, and this wasn't kind of reversal. Okay, and this FVG was too small. Okay, so no trade on small FVGs. Then next, also entry time was right, but okay. After big expansion, never try reversal trade on 1 minute. Okay, after big reversal, like big expansion, never try reversal trade on 1 minute. No more than two trades in a one session. Okay, never risk more than prescribed for that day per trade. No setup is high probability. Risk management is your only friend. I learned this message. Risk management is only your true friend. So in one day I took four trades within one session, within span of 1.5 hours, and lost almost 2-3%. And I broke rule, not to increase risk and keep risk fixed at 0.5%, but I risked here 1% and lost. So emotions like don't care even account gone because spread is high. So that kind of thoughts will hamper your trading. So keep aware, be aware of such thoughts like which are hampering your trades. Next, you will see trades which I want. Okay, this I won't say a good trade, but it has body, liquidity candle. I think on 5 minutes time frame. Let me see, 5 minutes of time frame. It was a good liquidity candle, and that's why I took that trade. Right, this was liquidity candle, a big inside a Fiji, so I took it here and exited here. So it was high probability because I am quite much confident on such trades. Okay, and if you see an entry candle, they were not. This wasn't proper IFAG, but because of liquidity candle, high probability liquidity was lying below. I took risk paid off. The next trade was okay, here. Mark this report as good way. Inversion fair value gap. I should have taken this trade here, but it was. I think it wasn't in macro time. I waited, and this provided SPS. I think this signature in price, this report was holding, so I took trade here and exited here. Let's see this. Yeah, this is one of the good trade I took this week. Liquidity swept 2 times. Inversion fair value gap with this, high probability inversion, and I got one side reaction. So this was one of the best trade. It according to 250 to 310 macro. Okay, so I will keep track on this macro to 50 to 310, and then this is losing trade. Never ever try, until your clear model is present. Look at here. No high probability inversion or anything something like that. But I still took no price was in deep discount. Still I still I made mistake of taking trade because interest should be in premium or at logical PDRA. There wasn't any logical PDRA, higher time frame PDRA, but just kind of reversed. I took trade and lost. So this is another mistake where I should not take trades where in a premium discount. Okay, so we have seen this trade. We will see this trade. Here's another trade. Okay, this was delivery from Imagine for last fair value, but there was liquidity. Yeah, obvious liquidity pools must be read before taking entry. Okay, obvious liquidity pools must be read before taking entry. Then this was good trade, after this inverse, but I lost before that. It wasn't high probable. Like if it's a higher time frame chart, this was clear liquidity. This formed inducement. Price come here, raided, and then it reversed down to this area. So I should have waited there. Next is this was one of the best trade. SMT with ES sell side. This was 930. week in FVG, and after SMT with ES, this inversed beautifully. I should have entered here and closed here, but I didn't enter because I thought it would reverse, but it didn't reverse. But after that, I was quite confident about my bias, so I entered something here after SBS, my model aligned, and exited at this switch, but this kept going higher. But anyway, this was good trade. This was my main trade, but anyway, I missed it. I should be, if my model present beautifully or clearly, then I should not hesitate to trade. That was lesson. Then Friday was just, I missed around my risk management and trade protocol. Entered after, my prescribed time limit and lost it. I thought this will reverse, but anyway, this was a good entry because this inversion fair value gap was like high probability, I thought. But gold was in, pretty downtrend whole day, and I kept against trading it and lost on gold trade. Similar trade on last day. I this wasn't or this shouldn't be a good trade because I was past my time. This wasn't my time to trade. I should have closed terminal, but still to recover these losses, I started taking. I entered here. My entry got triggered here, and again it came down. And again, then it will. But this I should follow my alarm where I have set alarms for particular sessions, and only within that alarm time I should trade, and I will trade only. So overall, I lost around 1% this week. Okay, even though I missed. If I haven't missed like on Friday, I will be at break even. So where I did the wrong, I think I did wrong. First is I think account trading rules. Okay, these are the rules I have made myself, and will first of all I will talk about my mistakes for this week. Taking 1% risk which wasn't planned a day before yesterday or subconsciously took and today or after last two trades. So it means whenever I risk 1% or I deviate from my pre-decided risk like 0.5% on a 10k vintage account without funding, so I will take only 0.5% risk and I will increase it to 1% if and only if I will add here that the setup is aligned with data highs or lows. If data HL setup 1% risk, otherwise every trade will have 0.5% risk, every, and this max risk per day will be 2%. So these are rules. So from today on, tomorrow onwards, I will take only 0.5% risk, be it on London session, New York session. I will take max 3 trades per day, 1.5% risk per day. Okay, or total. This will be total. But if it is data high-low setup, okay, like ENFP day or CPI day, only then I will increase risk like 1% on to target data highs or lows. Okay, and my maximum risk per that day will be 2%. Okay, If I'm 0.5% profit, I will stop for trading that day so that I will complete my minimum 6 days challenge. Second is this FE account. I will not trade until I gain 0.5% or 1% anything on that account, and I stop trading this account. Okay, if I take positive trade, only then I will open this account. Okay, I will start trading on this account, and otherwise I will trade only data setups on here with 1% risk per trade. Okay, on data trade I will have only 1% risk per trade. Maximum I can take even 3 trades per day, 3% risk. But each trade, each data HL trade will be 1% max risk. No matter what happens, I will keep losing one or two trades, but I will not increase risk more than 1%. If it doesn't matter whether I am in below break even or above break even, I will take only 1% max risk. And this is the other rules are 0.5% risk till my account goes to 1% up, and then I will have max 1% risk. Only then 1% risk on A plus setups only, data like data setup. When account is to B, 0.5% risk only per trade. Okay, 1 is to 3 trades only 0.5% risk, and 1 is to 2 for 1% risk. That's good enough to pass this phase. Okay, so that's the conclusion of the video is to follow my rules, and enjoy the process of, enjoy the losses also, because it will give me confidence to go to market daily without having my psychology disturbed. So following rules is more important than gaining or profiting or anything something like that. So love process and detach from outcomes. That's the motto. That's it. Yeah.